Hi, I'm Dr. Maria Darcy. I'm a licensed psychologist and certified sex therapist with a practice here in Newport Beach and Irvine. I thank you for taking the time to visit my website and to listen to this presentation. I hope both are helpful to you as you make your decision about pursuing therapy and certainly about whether or not I'm a good fit in terms of pursuing therapy with me. What I'd like to do is give you an idea of my background and also how I work with clients in this presentation. I'd like to invite you, if you're interested after this presentation, to look at the other presentations I have on my website, which talk specifically about the work that I do individually, the work that I do with couples, and the work that I do in terms of sex therapy, whichever of those is helpful to you, given whatever concerns you're dealing with. Here, I'd like to, as I said, tell you a little bit about my background. I got my doctoral PhD in psychology from Arizona State University. I've been giving practicing in therapy and counseling for the last 15 plus years. I very much enjoy this kind of work. I work with individuals and couples, as I mentioned before, and really in terms of the ages from about 17, 18, all the way through to individuals in their 70s. I work with a broad range of concerns. I have also taught at the graduate level in terms of master's level programs in counselling and psychology, and I've also published within the professional literature over the years, and I very much enjoy both teaching and writing, and then lastly I've done quite a bit of supervision of therapists in training, and I do enjoy that work too. However, probably my biggest passion is direct practice, which means working directly with clients. I think it's very important for you to have a sense of how I work with my clients, and also I'd like to tell you a little bit about the feedback I've received from clients over the years in terms of how they experience me as a therapist. In terms of how I work with clients, I'm very relationally oriented, which means I tend to view what clients are bringing in to me in my practice through a relational lens. I believe very strongly that the quality of our relationships directly impacts our psychological, emotional, and physical well-being. I certainly think for some issues more than others, relationships may be more potent in terms of their function. However, I think across the board, depending on a person's relational experience, it's likely that they have more or less resources available to them, and that they're more or less their well-being is more or less impacted. So I also feel like in terms of working with clients in the therapy relationship, I very much use the therapy relationship as an agent of change. I think essentially at the beginning, it's very important for clients to feel comfortable with me as a therapist. And clients have told me that they do feel that I'm very easy to connect with initially. I'm also the experience me is very open and very warm, which I think is important as, when clients come into therapy, especially if it's the first time they're coming in, which can be anxiety provoking and there's uncertainty around the process. And I think I'm very good at helping people feel at ease quickly, and also helping people understand what's the process involves quickly and fully, in as much as you can know going forward. I also feel that it's important for clients to feel confident in my ability to be of assistance. And I do believe that clients experience me as competent and confident. And I also believe that clients experience me as committed, very committed to working with them in whatever their expressed goals are. I know I've received feedback from clients that they really do sense my commitment to their work. And I think that's important in terms of clients feeling that, that I'm partnering with them in resolving their concerns, and that I also bring an expertise to what they're bringing to be of assistance, but also that they are in a relationship where there's a lot of support and caring, because I think that's very important in terms of, clients in the therapy relationship are usually working on changing something about their lived experience, or about, their experience of themselves, and that work is hard. And I think it's very important for clients to be fully understood, but also to be in a relational context where they can receive feedback in a way that's helpful to them, and also in an environment where they can experiment with different ways of thinking, feeling, and behaving, um, and get feedback around that, but also feel safe doing that. And I believe I provide those kinds of environments to my clients consistently. Another thing I think clients would tell you about me is that they experience me as very adaptive and flexible. I very much welcome and invite feedback from clients, and I think clients feel very comfortable giving me feedback throughout the process. I think that's very important because I do believe strongly that people are different and couples are different and need different things at different times in therapy. And so, certainly, I think being open to feedback and being receptive to feedback as a therapist is really important, and I welcome that. Um, I think that's probably enough for me to say right now. Certainly, if you need further information, you can look at some of the presentations I have on my website about my work in different areas. You can call me on the number I've provided, which will directly come to me, or you can submit the form on my website and I will return your call or your form through a phone call as soon as possible. Again, I hope this has been helpful to you as you decide about pursuing therapy, and certainly if you decide that I'm someone you could work with. And I look forward to your contact going forward if that's going to be helpful to you. And if not, I really hope that you find a good therapeutic fit for you. And in the meantime, thank you for taking the time. Take care.